When I was a kid, doing handstands seemed like an impossible thing to do. I used to see my uncle do them and walk across the room, but I thought he just had a special kind of strength that you need to be born with. Mind you, I was only 6 years old. I grew up to be a very curious person and who always wanted to experience and learn new things. And a few months back, I decided that it was time to finally tick this off my bucket list of things that I want to learn before I grew old. Finally, learn how to hold a proper handstand. Not a 1 to 2 seconds handstand. No, I mean a proper handstand. So, I went to the place where we learn pretty much everything these days, YouTube.
A handstand. Do a handstand. 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 A handstand.
After consuming many videos, here's what I found. I know I needed some upper body strength, obviously, so I can actually hold the handstand. And I was already working out regularly, but for the first week, I focused a lot more on shoulder exercises and core exercises. I started doing exercises such as bike push-ups, shoulder presses, and this exercise that I still didn't know the name of. And I also did a lot of core exercises as well. This is very crucial. If you don't have the strength, you won't be able to get into the position, let alone hold the handstand. Next, I started practicing holding my handstand against the wall and counting to 10 seconds. At the beginning, I was getting a lot of blood down to my face, felt like my eyes were about to pop out, and my wrist started to hurt. Best way to deal with this is by stretching your wrists after in the opposite direction. It's going to be very painful for the first week, but your ligaments will heal and get stronger with time, and you won't feel the pain as much later on. During the second week, after I've built enough strength, I started practicing on my balance by doing crow pose, and it looks like this. This exercise helps improve balance by using your fingers that will prevent you from falling forward or backward. After I was able to balance easily in the crow position, I started to kick into a handstand. This took a lot of time and practice. At first it was very difficult because I didn't know how much I needed to kick up. Sometimes it's not enough to get into a vertical handstand, and sometimes the kick is too strong, I'd fall forward or land to the side. By week 3, and after a lot of attempts, I was finally able to hold the handstand for 2 seconds. Now that I know exactly how much I needed to kick, I was able to hold the handstand slightly longer every time. And by the end of the 30 days training period, I was able to hold my handstand properly longer than 10 seconds, and I finally found that balance. This escalated to be something new that I really enjoy and can be very creative with. Getting into handstands from different positions and angles, pushing up to handstands, and just having lots of fun with it. If you want to learn how to do a handstand, here are some extra tips for you. Tip number 1. You need to be confident and not scared from falling over. You need to learn how to fall on your side or roll over if you push too hard. This is very important. If you're scared from flipping over, it's a fear that you need to overcome. Tip number 2, you have to be persistent. You're not gonna get a handstand from just a couple of tries. You gotta be persistent. You need to do hundreds of attempts until you get close to getting a proper handstand. Tip number 3, I definitely don't recommend training handstands every day, especially at the beginning, because you see, your ligaments is not the same as your muscles. It doesn't recover that fast. You need some time for it to heal and recover. And if you push it too hard, these ligaments are gonna tear with time, and it's gonna be really painful for you, and you might end up hurting your wrist. So I'd say train 1 day and then 1 day off, or maybe 2 days off, depends on like how hard you're training. And don't forget to like do the stretches. It's really important to stretch, warm up before and after. Warm up before, stretch after you do your training. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.